This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction Incorporated.
So as you know, we pretty much have everything that we need here in the Delmarva Life kitchen. We've got a stove, we've got an oven. There is one thing that we don't have, though, and that's a grill.
Yeah, and you usually don't see grills in an indoor kitchen, but outdoor kitchens are a different story. Now, the other day, Sean Stryker got to make a delicious dish in an outdoor kitchen that will blow you away.
Brian Spicer with Spicer Brothers Construction is a man of many talents, and he recently added Grill Master to his resume. I'm here with Brian and his wife Heather in their beautiful outdoor kitchen. Guys, thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
All right, Brian, so you recently got into competitive barbecuing. How did that come to be?
Well, we've always had a passion for cooking outside, barbecuing year-round pretty much. A friend of mine, Freddie, and another friend of ours, Hank, we've always had a passion for it. Our friend Hank does competitive cooking. We went out and spent some time with him, had a little bit of fun at one of his events, and then he kind of nudged us into it, got us interested into. We entered a few competitions in the amateur or the backyard, what they call the backyard category, and we did rather well. We did 2 events and won both of them.
So. Well, there you go. Your first 2 you won. So Heather, does that mean he does some cooking here at home?
He does. He cooks at home a lot, but we keep it outside. I don't let him cook too much in the house.
You keep him outside in the outdoor kitchen. All right, so what are we making today?
We're making a beer can chicken today. So
that's really cool. And so you're basically taking the chicken and putting it on a beer can. It's a pretty unique way to cook it.
Exactly.
What's the idea behind it?
Well, it's just another way to change it up. A lot of people eat chicken. They're looking for different ways to cook it. And this is something that you can do outside on the grill, and it just gives it a lot of flavor and something different.
All right, so put me to work. I know there's not too much involved, so what's the first thing we need to do?
All right, we have some softened butter there mixed with some of our spices, and you're going to put that on the skin, underneath the skin. I'm sorry, under the skin, and rub that in really well. And once you get all of the butter under the skin, you're also going to put some slices of lime.
So we're putting it under the skin. What is that for?
That is to help keep that breast meat moist and juicy while it's cooking. It also helps to infuse some of the flavors down into the meat.
Yeah, it's like a natural encasing kind of to hold all that goodness in that chicken. All right,
exactly.
So we have the rub underneath. We have some limes in there. We did that in advance. And then next, I guess you take it and put it on the can.
Exactly. We have the can here. We've already got it sprayed a little bit, and you just set it right down on top of that can.
All right, I think I'm going to leave that to Brian.
All right, now, before you do that, someone has to have the honors of taking the first few ounces out of this, because if it is full, it is going to make a mess in the grill. So you want to get it down a few ounces. I had the honors of that this morning, bright and early.
You have to do it. Want to, you have to.
Do not waste it. Okay, so we're going to take this. Actually, if we could put that up on the cutting board. Yes, there we go. And then you're just going to
look at that. Set
that right there. Make it as pretty as you can form it, is as the way it's going to look inside. So competition cooking is about presentation as well, so we definitely want it to look pretty. So
I guess that kind of steams it from the inside and it keeps it moist, and that's a really cool concept. And we're not done yet. You got to do a couple other things to it.
Yeah, we're going to put olive oil. We're going to cover the entire outside skin, all the little crevices, just kind of rub it all on there.
I'll help.
And then once we get the oil on, we're going to cover the entire outside skin with the rest of the seasoning.
And then there's some brown sugar in here, a couple other spices.
Yes, some salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Yeah, it's all in there. It makes a really great taste for the skin. It gets it crispy.
Am I doing there's really not a wrong way to rub the chicken?
No, there's not. Just cover it.
Cover it
all
evenly.
over there.
Evenly is key.
Evenly is key.
Okay.
Presentation, remember.
Very cool. And I'll let you guys know at home, if you want this recipe, we'll have it on our website. You can also send us a self-addressed stamped envelope, and we'll send it to you that way.
All right. That looks pretty good. Now, the last thing that we need to do, there's one more lime over here.
Yes.
We're going to slice that in half.
Okay.
If you want to do that.
Doesn't matter which way?
No. And then we're going to shove it down into the cavity on the other end.
And then this one goes in there too?
Yep.
I've never
Best
done.
as you
I'm going to
can.
leave that up to you.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because there's not a whole lot of room, and you just kind of shove it down in there.
Awesome. All right, so now this is going to go in the Memphis Wood Fire Grill.
Yes.
Which is it's a very special type of grill, if I'm correct.
Yes, it is. I'm going to put this way because that is how it's going to go in. All righty.
What makes this grill special?
Well, this grill is pretty much everything. It's a smoker. It's a grill. It's an oven. It's a convection oven. It pretty much can do whatever you want it to do, and it's based on the temperature settings that you have it at. It's working off of it's pellet fired, so the temperature is around 225 and below. It is a smoker. You know, if you like to smoke food all night, you can put something in, you can go to bed, not have to worry about it. Just make sure the hopper's full of pellets. Come out in the morning and look at it, and you can cook for hours on end.
This has to be one of the coolest kitchens I have ever seen. A lot of people know you for doing roofs.
Oh yes.
But it doesn't stop there. You actually installed this kitchen here.
Yes.
Tell me about these.
Well, we have the talents to do many things, but obviously we're known for roofing. We started as a roofing company, as a roofing contractor, but doing just roofing isn't what our customers wanted. Customers want to deal with one person. So as the years went on, evolution, we evolved and added different scopes of work to our menu, if you will, and it has evolved into pretty much everything: roofing, siding, windows, doors, decks.
So Heather, what's it like to have this space, out back of your house where you don't have to have company inside? How convenient is having something like this?
It's amazing. I love having it out here. We entertain a lot, and so it is nice to be able to have everyone outside as opposed to inside the house. You feel more open and not so confined when you can be outside.
Yeah, it's so cool out here. All right, well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let the chicken cook. It takes about an hour, 15 minutes, which is pretty quick. We're gonna check back in with you when it's finished, and we're gonna try it.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
I love that kitchen. I was saying my
No
indoor
kidding.
kitchen isn't even that nice.
And Sean was telling us also that they are like the only Delaware dealer for that grill. So there's the place to go find out about that. Nice.
So earlier in the show, Sean was hanging out with Brian and Heather Spicer in their beautiful outdoor kitchen making a beer can chicken.
Oh my goodness, that thing looks so good. Let's see what the final product is. Stryker, you're up.
All right, so I want you to take a look at this picture. This is what the chicken looks like when it comes out of the wood fire grill. You can see the outside, that really nice coloring, seared to perfection. From there, we let it sit for about 20 minutes. Why do we let it sit, Brian?
Well, when it was standing up in the grill, and then we laid it down to help redistribute some of the juices, because gravity, when it's standing up, some of the juices may have settled. You lay it down, redistributes, and not to mention let it cool off a little.
And now, Brian, you already carved up this chicken. I can't wait to try it. I'm going to dig in. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm just going to kind of use my hands.
Go ahead.
That is so juicy. I bet it's because that grill gets so hot, it sears the outside, and then we put the lime on the inside of the skin. You taste all of that flavor. It is amazing.
It is.
It's so good. Brian and Heather, thank you guys so much for inviting me out here today. I had a lot of fun. Jimmy and Lisa, this is probably one of the best chicken I have ever tasted. I'll send it back to you guys. Maybe I'll save you some. Probably not, though.
I'm not counting on it, but
No.
hey.